Get a room, a nonchalant voice said, from a man who stopped right beside them to get a box of mango juice. Geez, kids these days. Coach. Jane flushed and pushed the guy in front of her with all her might. What are you doing here? Isn't it obvious? Wait, Jane. Her coach blinked at her and immediately turned to look at the guy she was with, his mouth hung open when he did. Mark. Long time no see, coach. Mark greeted cheerfully. The older man just stared in shock at the sight of Mark. And the first thing that he said after that was, "Are you two going out?" No. Yup, was Mark's happy reply. Jane just gaped at him. For real? You two really are? He stared at them with wide eyes, surprise and confusion mirroring in them. Seriously? Coach, this isn't what you think. Jane tried to explain, panic seeping into her voice. Yup. Mark grinned, as he easily dropped his arm around her shoulders and pulled her close to him. We're actually shopping right now in celebration of our school's passing the prelims. Jane continued to gape at him. I really can't believe this. Does Mike know? The coach shook his head in disbelief. How on earth did this happen? More importantly, how on earth did Mark manage to get through Jane? The said Jane who can stare down all the boys at Desi. Does this mean that Desi boys are not enough for Jane, that she chose someone from another school? And from SLI, of all schools? Jane swallowed hard. Coach. Anyway, Coach, don't you have some shopping to do? Mark interrupted again. Oh yeah, right. He shook his head. Maria asked me to do some shopping today. Just great. As if I don't have a lot of papers to check. But guys, really, are you two really? No, we are not, Coach. Believe me. Jane interrupted, and before Mark could say anything more. I don't even know this guy. Aw, come on, babe, don't be mean. I already said I'm sorry. Just forgive me already, please. What on earth are you talking about? Jane looked at his imploring face in disbelief. A lover's quarrel, huh? What? Coach, no. I really don't know this guy. You know better than to believe him. Based on what I've seen earlier, I really can't not believe him. The coach just shook his head. Wait. See me first thing Monday morning, okay, Jane? The older man said seriously, although his eyes were dancing in amusement. Coach. Jane called at him as he walked away mumbling about beef and chicken meats. See you around, Coach, Mark said. The coach just gave a little wave over his shoulder. Why the hell did you do that? Jane hissed angrily, knocking his arm away. What were you thinking? He wouldn't have believed us if we denied it. Mark grinned. Of course he would. She growled. No, he wouldn't. We looked like we were really making out at all angles, you know. Don't be ridiculous.